guys, it's Kelsey. In today's video, I'm going to be unboxing, assembling, and reviewing the Anabei Washable Modular Sofa. So if you're like me, you've probably seen ads for Anabei on social media and been curious. I was too. I was actually in the market for a sofa and I kept seeing these ads over and over again, and I liked the look of the sofa and it kept saying 60% off. So I found myself clicking away and I was about to buy the sofa, but I was a little nervous because it comes in boxes. You have to assemble it. I've never bought a sofa before that you have to put together. Kind of gives me like futon vibes, and I was like, is this really worth the money? The sofa that I purchased is only a two-seater, so the smallest that they offer, and it was 60% off. Those ads say 60% off, but if you actually click through, it's only on one color. So it just so happened that the color that was 60% off was actually top two of the colors that I wanted. So I went ahead and ordered it. The color that is 60% off right now is plush weave in ash. So it is a plush fabric in like a gray, which I really liked this color. My second choice that I really liked was cinder in a luxury velvet. I really wanted the luxury velvet, but it was not 60% off. So I went ahead and got the ash plush weave. So that is what is in this box behind me. Now, the thing about this, it's modular. So you can get it in 2 seats all the way up to 9, like a very large sectional. And you can also get ottomans. So that's kind of the cool thing about it. If I want to go bigger in the future, I have that option, but this behind me is just the 2-seater. And there's actually lots of benefits, which I'm just going to read off this card. It's machine washable, and that's probably the biggest draw to this. If you have pets, if you have kids, obviously fabric is a little bit scary on a sofa, but this you can take off the fabric, put it in the washer, and you're good to go. It's also stain resistant, it's liquid resistant, pet friendly, snag resistant, pill resistant, which is those little balls that appear on fabric, which drive me crazy. And it is earth friendly because it is PFC and PFAs free and certified non-toxic. So those are some of the benefits and the reasons that I decided to go ahead and order it. And again, it was on sale. The color that I chose was 60% off, so it was $639, free shipping, so that plus tax, and here it is. Now, the last thing that pushed me over the edge to buy it was the return policy. So they have a pretty great return policy. You order it, you have 30 days to try it at home. If you don't like it, you can return it for free. You don't have to pay return shipping. There is no restocking fee, and you get your money back. So hopefully I love it and I don't have to go down that road, but if so, it is peace of mind to know that that's an option for me. Now it did take about 2 months to get. So if you order it, expect about 2 months. At least that was my situation. Now, if you're wondering about the colors, it does come in 13 different colors, and they will send you these swatches for free. You do have to pay shipping, so shipping is $3.99 to get these. Interestingly, I did not order these. I just went ahead and bought the sofa, and then they just sent me these for free. Never charged me the $3.99. So I have the swatches here, but it's a good idea to get these if you're unsure. Now, I'm going to unbox this here in a minute, and we're going to assemble it and see if it's worth the money. Okay, so as you can see, it is now assembled. One of the issues that we had during assembly, these are the assembly guide that came in the box. However, they have updated the assembly instructions, and the updated version is not what you get in the box. So we had this random piece in the box that never was addressed in here, and we put one side together, and then I had to go online to their website to figure out what the extra piece was, and that's when I found out that there were updated assembly instructions. So that was actually really frustrating. We had to completely take it apart and then put the piece that was not mentioned in here. So my advice to you, if you're trying to put this together, don't use the guide that comes in the box. Go to the website and get those, because don't do what we did. But it took about 15 minutes per side, so 30 minutes total to put this together. One of the things that I'm noticing and I was afraid of, it's very wrinkled. I mean, it came, folded up in a box, so this fabric is very wrinkled. It says that you can iron it or steam it, so I'm not happy with the way that it looks. It's very wrinkled, so I'm gonna have to take this off and iron it. So that's pretty frustrating. As far as looks, I do like the fabric. I like the color, I like the feel of it. It does feel like a very nice quality fabric. Now the cushions came overstuffed, and you can take out some of the cushion if you want. So it looks a little puffy and kind of uneven. So obviously I'm making this video and trying to do it quickly, but I might have to rework that to make it look a little better. Another thing, the very last step that you do, you want to connect the two pieces, and it comes with basically just like Velcro to do that, but it kind of made it look sloppy at the bottom, so I'm kind of not sure about that. But as far as comfort, it really is quite comfortable. So I do like it for that. It's kind of low. That doesn't bother me, but maybe for a taller person, that might be an issue, but I'm not tall. But anyway, I have not made my mind up about this yet. My husband, not really impressed at all, especially when he heard how much I paid for it. So I am actually going to give this like a week, in the house, try it, and then I will come back in about a week and I will tell you, what I feel about it after using it for a week. So I will see you guys in about a week. Okay guys, so it has been a week. I have tested this out for a week. Now the very first thing that I did, if you remember when I first put it together, the fabric was really wrinkled, because it had been folded in the mail, and they had suggested to iron it or steam it, and I wasn't too excited about doing either of those things. So I thought, what if I put it in the dryer under a wrinkle release setting that my dryer has? Maybe that would work. And I had to take this all apart, put all of these in the dryer. I used that wrinkle release setting, and actually it worked. So that was a relief, rather than having to actually iron it all. And I think the wrinkles all came out. So that was a success. Put it all back together, and that's when I started just trying it out. And so I'm going to go over the pros. The pros, one thing I realized very quickly, it's very, very easy to move. Once you take these cushions off, this weighs like pretty much nothing. And most sectionals are large, heavy, very difficult to move, especially if you're going up and down stairs that turn, which is what we have. So for moving purposes, if you were to buy a big, sectional version of this, it would be so easy to move. So that is a huge pro. The second pro, obviously, the washable and removable fabric. That's awesome. For kids, pets, just everyday life, it's great to be able to take these off, wash them, and not worry, when things get spilled and things like that. And it is a really high quality fabric, I will say that. Like, the fabric itself is very heavy, just really good quality. And honestly, it's super comfortable. A lot of people online say that it isn't, and that they can feel like the bars. I disagree. I think it's incredibly comfortable. Now, I'm a pretty small person, so someone who's a lot taller, a lot bigger than I might feel differently, but to me, this is actually probably the most comfortable sofa ever. So that is a huge pro in my opinion. Now onto the cons. So one thing that bothers me, and I'm gonna have to take this off to kind of show you, but the cover, I don't really know what you would call it, but this thing here, it doesn't attach, as you can see. It's just loose on here, and it kind of just goes all over the place. To me, it should attach. Like, I'm not sure why they didn't think of that, but it moves around, and to me, it kind of looks sloppy. So that is a con, in my opinion. The other big con, right now this is not attached. As you can see, I just pulled it apart. In order to attach it, you use these Velcro straps, which we put it together that way, but I've moved it, took them off. But once you put these on, it forces the fabric to come up, and it never can fully come down. So again, it just makes it look frumpy, messy, sloppy, and I really don't like that. I'm not sure why they came up with this solution. Most sectionals have brackets and they just snap into each other. Not sure why. There must be a reason they didn't do that, but these, in my opinion, aren't the greatest. And you can put it on pretty tight, but it still moves around a bit. Brackets, I think, would have been a better solution. It wouldn't move around at all, and somehow they need to design it so the fabric isn't, affected by this. So that is a con, in my opinion. And honestly, one thing I didn't mention when we were first putting this together, maybe I did, it's kind of like a glorified futon. I mean, that's kind of what I felt like when I saw how it was actually constructed. And I can't really get past that, that's what it is. Like, when we were putting it together, it reminded me of those camping chairs, the ones that you can put together and pull apart. That's what it reminded me of, like a camping chair. So I can't get past that based on the price of these. Now remember, this color is the only color currently that they have that's 60% off, and I paid $639 for this. This is just a 2-seater, and that was 60% off. The regular price would have been $15.98, so almost $1,600 for this regular price. Now, the fabric that I really, really wanted is a luxury velvet, and that one is $21.98 regular price. It's on sale, it's not 60% off, but $2,200 for this, that's crazy. And at the end of the day, I think $639 is too much for this. So I'm really kind of saddened. I really wanted to like this. It's not that I hate it, I like it, but I don't like what it costs considering what it is. And I really feel like I can't justify the expense. Now, you'll remember I talked about their generous return policy. They want you to try it for 30 days. If you don't like it, they will let you return it. No shipping that you have to pay, no restocking fee, none of that. Now, a lot of times businesses will make it seem like a really easy return policy, and then when you actually try and return something, you're like jumping through a lot of hoops. So I hope that is not the case. I haven't gone down that road yet, so I can't give you any information on that. If I end up returning this, I will, in the description, I will talk about the return process, like what happened with it, because I'm gonna put this video out like in the next few days before I go down that road. But I do wanna let you know how that works out. So one other thing I wanted to show you before I end the video, now I have a sectional, it's right in the other side of the room here, that I got on Ashley, and Ashley's not like a luxury brand or anything fancy or special, but it's a pretty large sectional that was delivered to me, all put together, and I paid I think I paid like $700. So I want to show you that really quickly, just so you can kind of compare the two, because this was, with tax and everything, was about $700. So we're gonna walk over there real quick so I can just show it to you, and we'll be right back. Okay, so this is the sectional I was talking about. This is an Ashley sectional. I actually got it at Nebraska Furniture Mart. I don't know if you have those where you live, but it's actually a really good store for really good prices. But anyway, It's pretty big. It's 2 pieces, and I paid like $700 for this. And I expect it to last me a lifetime. I know Ashley isn't like a luxury brand or anything, but for 700 bucks, this is quite a lot to get. And again, it comes this way. You do have to put the feet on it, but so just to compare this to this, which was also about $700 with tax. So that's where I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around if I want to keep this or not, just based on what it is and what I paid. So that is kind of where I want to end the video today, and I would really love it if anyone who has this has some comments or input. I'd love to hear from you guys. Maybe you have it and you love it and I'm just missing something. Maybe I haven't given it the chance that it deserves. If you disagree with me, please speak up. I'd love to hear it. Or if you have any questions about this, like you were thinking about getting it yourself and maybe I didn't answer a question that you had, I would love to help you make the decision. So please comment. I would love to hear what you guys are thinking. And thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys later.